Are you ready?
Live from the Metal Mayhem Studios in Rochester, New York.
We are gold.
And heard around the world by metalheads just like you. This is Metal Mayhem ROC.
Heavy metal music.
Your weekly dose of metal music, interviews, album reviews, news, and more. Want to be part of the show? Send us a message through our website, metalmayhemroc.com, or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. Search Metal Mayhem ROC, a proud member of the Pantheon podcast team.
It's getting nice and heavy.
And now, welcome tonight's host, John the Vernomatic Verno.
Okay, so in our attempt to expose some young and up-and-coming bands, not just concentrate on the big wigs, if you will, we have three of the members of the band Severed Angel from the East Coast, Long Island, I believe. We got Wayne Noon, Alex Repetti, and Lou Mavs. Hey, gentlemen, welcome to Metal Mayhem ROC. How are you?
Thank you for having us on, John.
Greetings and salutations.
And I like to be called a young band. I mean, I'm not so young now, but it's nice to be called young.
Well, you know, with the debut album, Severed Angel, just 3 weeks ago it dropped, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
May 2nd, yeah.
May 2nd. I don't even know, today's May 11th. So, yeah, a week and a half ago. Congratulations, I guess.
Thank you.
Slip Trick Records.
No, don't mention that.
No.
That label, they're dead to us.
We're officially free agents. We've severed ties.
Okay,
and you can keep this into the podcast too, because any band listening to this, do not accept any emails from Slip Trick Records. Don't fall for their slip tricks. Nothing. Just ignore them totally.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're called Slip Trick. Don't fall for pay-to-play labels.
Yeah.
All right. Well, seems to be a story within the story, but in any case, let's concentrate on the release. I've been listening to it. I guess I have in advance, but I've been listening on Spotify, and I do have some notes, so we'll get there. It's a fun story. I had Lou on the Metal Mayhem ROC live radio show about 3 weeks ago, and he just touched on the story, but guys, why don't we do a quick summary of how we got here and what it's all about?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have a podcast called Rat Salad Review. Lou joined that podcast a few years ago, and when Eddie Van Halen died, Eddie Van Halen's like his hero, guitar hero, so he wanted to do a tribute to Van Halen. So I said, sure. What song do you want to do? I'm a decent drummer, but to try to mimic what, not Eddie, what's his name? Alex Van. Thank you. Couldn't remember his name. What Alex does on drums, he's an awesome guitar drummer. So it's hard for me to emulate a lot of this stuff that he does. So we ended up picking Atomic Punk. Again, it's a fairly hard song, especially when it gets into the middle part. Mm-hmm. So we did that song. And then we did a couple other cover songs. And then I said, Lou, because I've known Lou for like 20 years. And we really never did music together, never really brought up the idea to play music together. And I'm kind of glad we didn't, because he lived like in Queens or whatever at the time. And so I already had a band in Queens. So trying to travel back and forth, for both bands would have been a nightmare. So now it's a lot easier. We record our stuff all online. So I said, let's start making original music. So he sort of says, sure. And he had a song that was like 15 years old or so. And he sent it to me. It was called Dogs of War. And I said, this song is really cool. Let's work on it. Let's see what we can do with it. So I also knew our bass player, George. He was in a band called Timeless Haunt, and he's been part of my podcast as well. Our keyboard, Mark Muchnick, he came on my podcast as well. He was a friend of my father-in-law's. And Alex Repetti, he worked on my band Project Resurrect. He did the mixing and mastering of that album. So I got to know Alex through that. And Alex ended up doing like a solo project, and he started singing for it. And I really enjoyed his voice. I thought it was really good. And I said, you know what? I know so many people that can start a band here. And pretty much that's how it got started.
That's awesome.
That's
because...
true. Wayne is the Svengali of Severed Angel.
Yeah, I am.
So Van Halen is the root of this.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not too surprising. Alex,
well,
go ahead, Lou.
Well, I was gonna say that and that Def Leppard cover that I sent you, the On Through the Night. That was the nail in the coffin for us to say, okay, let's just do this because it really works.
And I've played it a couple more times. It's a fan favorite on the live show.
Really?
It's
thank you so much.
And it, sometimes that's a great album, but props to you. Alex, you're the guitarist of the band. Obviously Eddie runs deep. Do you share the passion for EVH, or who's your guy?
I do like Eddie Van Halen. I'm actually the singer in the band, though. Lou is the guitarist.
Well, you're both. You're a guitar and
I
singer.
do play some guitars in there, but yeah. I do love me some Eddie Van Halen, but if I had to pick one guy, it's probably John Petrucci. I'm kind of in that camp.
Okay. That's not a bad camp to be in.
Yeah.
Dream Theater. So,
yeah, Alex brings out the progressive side in the band. He's all into Dream Theater stuff.
Well, why don't we go get straight into the album? Because, like I said, I did take some notes, and I hope you don't mind, do you?
Go ahead. That's what we're here for, I think, right?
Yeah, about 98% of it's good. One's bad and one's undecisive. So,
oh boy, which one's bad?
We'll get there, but it's 1%.
I hope it's Lou's song.
I'm not sure, but
it's Wayne's drumming. We get it. I'm sorry, the weakest link. We know.
Let's see you start with a little instrumental.
Yeah.
But then you get right into the opening full length In the Red, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What are my notes? Great opener. Gets going right from the start. One of the way I say it, one of those shits and gets songs. Why don't we start right from the beginning? Is there a sequence behind this album, or is it just the order that you wrote them?
Almost in the order that we wrote them, but some songs were switched a little bit here and there. Luke can answer that, really, right?
Yeah, well, Dogs of War was really, the first song that we recorded, and, then came In the Red, and Mark had the idea for the title track, Severed Angel, as he had it lying around, and then all of a sudden I, listened to it and thought, wait a minute, I have an actual full-length song, or at least a riff, that this could segue into that worked, and that was the song A New Beginning. So, that's where the original sequence was, and then we wrote Introspection as our album opener. Everything after that was all in sequence. So everything from Wide Awake and Screamland on was its own sequence as well.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about Dogs of War. Wayne, my notes, pounding drums, very pounding. Vocals take over, trotting along with the keys, drive the undertone. Great production. What's going on with the wah-wah? Getting a little Hammett happy.
That would be Lou's fault.
I don't remember there being any wah on Dogs of War. What, Alex?
It's not a wah-wah. It's like a flanger, but it does have that kind of like back and forth kind of sound.
Well, I'm strictly air guitar, so any musical interpretations, don't take it.
It's similar.
Yeah. But the drums, but Wayne, the drums, they're fucking pounding, and then the vocals, that's a good one. The next track, what do we have? The title track, Severed Angel, piano. Okay, this was the 1%.
But it's a good segue into New Beginning, though.
Well, you don't even know what the beef was. It says has a My Chemical Romance feel to it.
Oh, all right. I don't mind that.
I'm not offended by that. I like My Chemical Romance.
So do I.
Okay, well, I guess it really isn't a bad thing. It was just so the Severed Angel. So what you said? Who brought that to the party?
Mark brought that. Yeah. Actually, Mark brought that on piano, and he also had the lyrics. So when we wrote it, he sang it and everything. So it's a Mark song.
I was looking at the bio. Mark's what's up here? Mark's a big piano guy. He's
a piano guy. Yeah, he's what else does he do? He's a huge yoga guy. he's all into that as well. What else is he? Oh,
I think he wrote a vegan cookbook too.
yeah. Mark's all over the place.
Don't word to the wise: don't eat seitan. That stuff will hurt you.
So I'm on the Severed Angel website, and it's a nice site, but no one is smiling. Everyone is just
it's metal. You don't smile in metal. That's the fucking rule.
Rule number one of metal: there's no smiling.
Maybe on the next album we'll smile a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, when all the money comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great.
Okay, A New Beginning. I like the way it picks up and the jam part. Maybe Alex, is this the prog part of you coming through, or just coincidence?
You know, that part actually was written by Lou, so I can't take credit for it. He wrote the harmony guitars and all of that. Yeah, that was Lou.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and this song really didn't start out as a ballad song. I think it was just meant to be like a hard rock song, and then I kind of said, let's try something different with the way the guitars are going. This can be a really cool ballad, and the way the guitar flows, and it just has some kind of like dancing melody type thing going on, and it really worked out really well to be like a ballad, song on the album.
2 weeks ago, we had a unscientific poll at the live radio show, and I played the next song, and overwhelming, it got a thumbs up, and the track was Wide Awake in Screamland.
Yeah.
And
cool. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, shredding opening, killer lower end, nice groove, guitar kills, keys almost mimic a scream.
Yeah. All right. Hey, that's a George song. George came up with that on bass. One of the things that he
Yeah, George.
George's the bass player.
Yeah, I'm looking at his picture.
Boy, you're all over the place over there.
Yeah, no, I like this. I do my research, and I'm like, I was sort of hoping George would come on, but
he's actually away. He's away on assignment. So
yeah, he's a hulking brute with a heart of gold.
That was it, Lou. I was like, whoa, he's.
But George is from another band, Timeless Haunt, and they ended up breaking up. So I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff left over that they were working on. It's not going to get used now. So, whether this was part of stuff he was going to use for that band or not, I don't know. But this is something that he had for a while, so he brought it to us, and we turned it into what it became. It is an awesome song. I love the title of the song too. It's a really cool title.
Well, that's all the notes I have. So,
the rest of the album sucks. Then, all right.
Well, tell us about the writing, Alex. What do you bring to the table? The vocals. Who are your inspiration vocalists? Who do you dig?
That's hard. I always have a hard time answering that. I only actually started singing lead vocals a little over a year ago.
Okay.
So all of my music experience before then was on bass and guitar. So vocals are kind of new for me. So I can't really say that I have like vocal influences. But I mean, if I had to, I really enjoy Russell Allen from Symphony X.
Okay.
I like James LaBrie, like 20 years ago or something. But like usually what has drawn me into music is guitar and drums. I'm just singing now because someone has to do it, right?
do you enjoy doing it?
I very much do, which was a pleasant surprise because I never thought it was going to be a thing. I only sang on one song that I put out, which was just a solo release, kind of just for fun, and that's what led Wayne and Lou to ask me if I wanted to do this. So it was very out of left field for me, but I decided to give it a run, and it's been great.
What? Let me ask Wayne and Lou, what was Plan B if Alex didn't make the cut?
I don't know. I had in mind. I don't know if you heard the Atomic Punk song. Did you hear that song?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you never hear? Okay. Well, The guy that sings on that, he was going to be our Plan B, but the band would not sound like it does now. It would be completely different. His name is Ralph Fieri. He also does the Almost Human podcast.
Oh, I know Ralph.
Yeah. All right. So he was a thought, but he would not fit this type of music. He's more of a thrash singer. So if we didn't go in the direction we're going in now, then it would be Ralph. Otherwise, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I think
Rob was nice
Alex fits it good.
Yeah, no, Alex is perfect. He's not going anywhere. Nobody in this band's going anywhere.
No. The
If
cool
anybody
thing is,
does, the band's over. I'm not dealing with nobody else.
the cool thing is, though, Ralph was nice enough to do the narration on the introduction song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched his review, and where did I see it? I think
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I may have read some comments on Facebook. You know, we all follow each other, and I through show research, I checked out some of that. Let's see. Is this act going on the road? Do you guys play out? Not that there's such a thing on the road, but
Yeah, no, not really. But we hoped to do something, but I don't know. We're all kind of spread. Not that we're spread out like we can't get together, but George is the furthest away. He lives in Pennsylvania, so it's a little hard for us to get together and do some practices. We did 2 practices and they were okay, but we need some more practices. And I don't know, we're trying to book some shows, but we'll see what happens. You know, we know some bands to play some shows with, so if it does happen, you know, we'll get there eventually. It's just not going to happen right now.
Alex,
right now, our thing is just. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just curious where everyone does live. When you say we're not
we're
close
all in
by.
Basically we're all in Long Island. I mean, Alex likes to say he's in the city, but he's in Queens, so it's part of Long Island.
Well, I don't know that, you know, I'm up here in Rochester. My co-host is in East Hanover, New Jersey, Metal Walt. So he, you know, he's always telling me, you know, he goes to shows every single night. He's like, I tell him you need therapy, but you know, I'll get a text and all of a sudden he's like, you know, he's at the Kenny Wade Shepherd concert. And then 2 nights later, he's down at Dingbats and seeing, you know, the guy from Run DMC. And then, you know, the next night he's somewhere else. I'm like, what are you doing? And
where do you get the time? I don't know. I'd love to do that.
you know, he's a good cat. I was very blessed. You guys know how it is. You got into the podcast world, and when you start getting in a creative environment, I met him, did an interview with him. He's a let's just say he likes to you know, take audio souvenirs from shows for his own personal collection. And you know, he's been doing it for like 40 years. And one thing led to another. I interviewed him. He's he's well spoken. Next thing you know, 3.5 years later, he's great. He creates content now. We're getting interviews with. He's really good. So,
cool.
Let's see. So if you make new music, is everyone just too busy, or?
No, we have not stopped making music. We actually finished the 2nd album already. And then we recorded some singles after that, and we're gonna be working on a 3rd album too. So we're still making music. We're not gonna stop.
How is this being perceived or received, or is it?
From what I see, it's been fairly positive. You know, I haven't really seen too many negative things. Maybe one little negative thing by some idiot reviewer that reviews for like a sentence, and that's his review. It's retarded, but everybody else has been pretty cool. I've been surprised with the reviews that we've got, you know, because when you put out music, you're always anticipating there's going to be a lot of bad reviews. You don't know what anybody's going to say, especially in this genre that we're in, you know, metal, because the metal people are just so, if you don't sound like this, then you suck and whatever. But we've been seeing a lot of positive stuff, so it's really cool to see that.
It's cool. That's I know, because it's your art and it's It's
but you know, if people don't like us, I don't care. I mean, like I said, we already got a 2nd album going, so you're not going to stop that one. And then we're working on more, so it doesn't matter.
These videos. Go ahead, Lou. What's that?
I was gonna say we like it, and that's good enough for us.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
You know, we're just glad that others are, you know, catching on to it. So,
you
know,
win-win. We've been seeing the followers come up on Facebook, and the listens on Spotify, and even the views on YouTube are coming up too. So it's, you know, it looks like we're doing fairly well right now.
Yeah, a lot of promotion. You know, Jimmy over at the Metal Voice, he's sharing.
He put something up.
Yeah. How'd you get Jimmy to put that up? He's just being cool, or
That was from Lou. I think Lou talks to him.
Yeah, well, Jimmy is a fellow Greek, although he's in the Great White North. And you know, we both you know, comment on each other's Facebook posts and stuff, and you know, I really like his content. And I said, hey, look, I know you're incredibly busy. I'm sure you don't have time to review it, but I got an album coming out. He's like, oh, send me the press kit, I'll be happy to promote it. And I was like, oh, that's good enough for me. Thank you. If he ever gets the time to listen to it and, wants to have a chat with me, Wayne and Alex and the guys, yeah, we'd be more than up to it.
Yeah, Jimmy's great. I interviewed him a couple years ago, and like yourself, that's the cool thing about this whole Facebook social media, because you can become part of the community. Everyone gets to know each other and help each other out, and it's we're all the same. We're all like we all work professionally, but then you guys are musicians, and
if I never started Rat Salad Review, this band would not exist right now. Because I would have never met these guys except for Lou. But I probably would have never talked to Lou again. Who knows? I don't know. But with the other guys, I would have never known them.
That's how I found you guys, through Rat Salad, because I was doing the I was doing the Jesse Fink interview.
Oh, okay.
So I Googled and I saw your interview, and both of them. And who's the guy that does the Rat Salad with the long curly hair?
Oh, that's Manny. Yeah, he just started doing a show with us last year. Yeah, he knows.
It's his birthday today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Manny. Oh. He knows more than a lot of us on the whole show. He's a wealth of knowledge. Him and Greg are like they just have endless knowledge.
And then subscribed and I watch. It's it's you learn. You learn from everyone else.
It's just a podcast, 5 guys that listen to metal, hanging out, talking about their favorite bands, and once in a while interviewing somebody that we like. So,
do you guys have any interest in talk Rat Salad a little bit? Now you're all on there, Alex. You're on Rat Salad as well.
No, he's
a host, but I've been on there as a guest.
Okay,
yeah, I don't want him on my show.
Yeah,
look at him.
Wayne, be nice.
Do you ever think about doing the Rockin' Pod thing, or is that not?
That was a plan this year. Well, obviously it's too late now, but maybe next year. I don't. There's always something, money issues or something in the way, but we'll get there eventually. We do want to go. Yeah,
it's a good time. I've been to a few.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see it happening next summer.
No.
Well, no, it just I think it's gotten so big that it's a lot to do.
Right.
And to do it like every 12 months, like it used to be, because it used to be smaller.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I only heard about it like 2 years ago. So, and when I found out more about it, it's something that we definitely should be going to do, because everybody goes there, but we'll see. We'll go to next. If it's not next year, we'll go to the next one. We'll start saving now.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time. All right. Well, guys, anything we could do, we'll support. I'll play. I've been playing the music on the radio show, and like I said, no bullshit. That one track got a lot of response. Where can I go hear this and talk about Atomic Punk?
It's on YouTube, and it's also on the Rat Salad Review and Friends. There's a Spotify. If you search Rat Salad Review and Friends on Spotify or any streaming thing, it'll come up. And the whole we put out an EP. It's called the Covers EP, and all the covers that we did are on there. And then I just uploaded. We did Unholy with Ralph Vieira, the Kiss song.
Yeah, from Revenge.
Yeah, we just did that too. So I just uploaded that the other day. It's up there now. That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
cover.
I fucking love that.
Alex does a killer guitar solo on that track.
Yeah.
Bruce Kulick fan?
I don't even think Alex knows who he is. Alex doesn't know.
Don't, sorry.
I want to tiptoe around this. I want you to tell people where they could find the music, where they could buy it.
They can.
If they can.
Yeah, no, they can absolutely buy it. Any streaming platform we're on. And if you go to severedangel.bandcamp.com, you can get the digital version there, as well as right now it's a pre-order, but by the time this comes out, it's already up for sale. But you can buy the full album, and it's actually going to have a deluxe version, and it's going to have all the singles that we had digitally before the album came out. They will actually be on the CD now, so people can buy that. I think it's like $15 plus whatever the shipping is wherever you live. And severedangel.bandcamp.com, or if you go to severedangel.com, you can find us there as well.
Cool. And get on YouTube and watch these videos, because they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did. Those are
great.
all band produced videos. We're trying to do things on the cheap here. So we did it all
Oh,
ourselves.
Just
Well-
so your listeners know that if they buy the CD on Bandcamp, they get the 9 original tracks of the album for
Yes.
free as MP3.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, listeners, you hear that? Get up to Bandcamp and get up there on Friday so these guys get a little gas money. Because
Yeah, please.
is that a real thing on that Friday?
Yeah, it's one Friday every month, I think. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the first Friday of every month.
That's right.
First-
Right. Yeah,
all
so
right,
we
cool.
passed the first one, but next month it'll be free. But it doesn't matter. Just buy the album. I don't care when the hell you buy it.
Well, the band Severed Angel, and guys, thank you. I enjoy the talk, and let's stay in touch.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for having us on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
John,
Okay.
thanks a bunch, man.
You're welcome. Good luck, fellas. See
All
you.
right, thank you. Bye.
All right, cheers.
Metal for Life.
Thank you for listening to Metal Mayhem ROC. Check out our website at metalmayhemroc.com for information on podcasts, archives, links to all our live radio shows, and all sorts of info. Please like, follow, and share with everyone, even your non-metal friends. And always remember to keep it heavy.